episode, presentation number 3. Holy cow, I'm excited. I've got 2 dynamite, eclectic individuals. They've been on Dead Air in Burbank. I think if you remember, Danish and O'Neill. Holy cow, Ryan O'Neill and Jeff Danish. The very popular podcast, Beach Cops. They just celebrated 100 episodes of Beach Cops. We're going to try to work out some of the difficulties I think that we experienced in the past. We can be honest here, and I hope we will. Ben, I'm glad you're here today again, and
thanks for having me.
And you were late, but I'll get into that in a minute. This is Dead Air LA, so I'm gonna swear you guys in because that's what we do.
All right.
Is it weird for you to be back in LA doing Dead Air? Are you used to kind of the Texas style?
I'd really like to get into the swearing in first, Jeff, if it's okay.
That's okay with me.
You know,
it looks like you're still in San Antonio.
Were you in San Antonio?
Can I get to
please.
Can I start this podcast?
No, go ahead, yeah.
This may not count because we're not sworn in. We should wait.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
You know, I don't know what you're going to say if you're not sworn in.
Yeah.
But do you prefer the Bible, the Quran, Ryan?
What else do you have
or
to
the
choose
Yellow
from?
Pages?
I'll swear in on the Yellow Pages.
Holy cow, another one, huh?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you just think we came out of the ocean in a sea pod?
Yes, basically.
Unraise your right hand or your left hand.
Wait, are you supposed to do it with the left or the right?
We don't want to get that personal.
Because I'm not.
But we do want one hand on the Yellow Pages and one hand in the air. Now, whether that's right or left, see, it's opposite for me. My right is your left, so
okay.
I'm not. Do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God, while you're on Dead Air?
Yes, so help me, I will.
Thank you.
I'll take the Bible.
All right. See, he's got faith. He's got something you'll never have. He's got faith.
Kind of small Bible.
He's gonna wind up in a.
This guy's a Bible queen over here.
Yeah.
He's real size.
Jeff, do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God, while you're on Dead Air?
Always.
Dynamite. So that's it. That's one of the biggest
Wait,
things.
and you already... Don't you have to swear Ben in on a daily basis?
No.
If you testify in a court of law, every day that you're there testifying, you have to re-swear in.
I'll let the producers know. I'll let Nate know and
Okay,
Tony and
just for
Scott.
future,
and
I'm
I'll let
saying.
them know that you had some grievances about, what are
I
we,
feel-
not even
look.
5 minutes into Dead Air LA, episode number 3, and already I feel like you're coming at me.
This is LA drama. You don't get this in Austin.
LA law. This is LA law. Oh, my word. Ben, how are you today?
I'm good, thanks.
I was told that you received emails and notifications about today's schedule. I'm sorry. Maybe they didn't have your correct emails. Maybe did you check your emails?
I did. Maybe it went to
know-
spam or something like that.
Or junk?
Yeah, I don't know.
We don't know Ben. Could you tell us a little bit about Ben?
Ben is a former comic who met Brian in the early 90s.
Okay.
So
From the Comedy Store or from?
different places, yeah, just all around LA.
Okay.
So
Cool.
Wow. Did you know Brian? You knew Brian then before he was a cowboy.
yes, back
I'm
when
a
he was.
rhinestone cowboy.
Back when he was just a biker.
There's a stranger in my house.
I've noticed you've gotten a lot more into singing since being in Texas.
I'm getting into karaoke.
I've noticed that pronunciation. Is that the traditional Japanese pronunciation, or is that just the Holtzman?
It's the Okinawan.
So it's like a colloquial.
Regional.
Karaoke.
Okay.
Very popular.
Yeah.
Did you guys have any trouble finding the flying carpet studios
No.
here in beautiful Redondo Beach?
We actually got here very early despite coming from great distances, and we noticed that you were not here despite living right behind the place.
Well, that's not an accident. We want to save the conversation for the podcast.
Oh, so you were afraid that you might run into us in the waiting room and then we might interact.
So it's like getting married. You want to see the bride before.
Yeah, you don't want to cornhole her in the waiting room before you get married.
I'm confused right now.
Yeah, me too.
I am totally taken aback. Let's start with the weather. The weather, I don't know anybody who's not interested in the weather, and as a a staple of Dead Air LA and Dead Air wherever it was. You guys were in Burbank. Do you remember?
We were, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. I remember a little bit of it. There was back with Brian Redband.
Today's temperature is 75 degrees in beautiful Redondo Beach, California, Southern California, just south of LAX, Los Angeles International Airport for you out-of-towners and overseas listeners. 75 degrees with 23.9 degrees Celsius. The biometric pressure is 29.99 inches of mercury. DuPont is 63 degrees. The dew point.
DuPont?
Which is 17.2 degrees Celsius. The winds are out of the west at 7 miles per hour.
Do you have wave heights?
The mood is a waxing gibbons. No. High tide is going to be at 5:16 p.m. this afternoon for you fishermen. Sunset is 8:03 p.m. How are you, Jeff? I didn't mean to.
I'm doing well. Doing well. How about
sunset is at 8:03 p.m. It's always your best friends that just want to it's like at the club. The people the people that you think are those are the ones that are gonna heckle and think they're funny and say something out of turn.
Too
the
comfortable.
The people
Yep.
they think they're helping. Oh, I'm gonna shout out a bit. God, it's horrible.
What time is that sunset again?
8:03.
Okay, thank you guys.
Thank you,
I'm
buddy.
listening.
Humidity is 68%. The ultraviolet is number 7, which is not too bad. But sunscreen, if you want skin cancer, use sunscreen.
What's a bad ultraviolet number?
I guess anything after 7.
Okay, good to know.
Air quality is 57 or moderate. I don't know what this. We talked about this numerous times. I don't know what the scale is. 57 is moderate. Visibility, of course, is always 10 miles an hour. 10 miles an hour. I don't even know why I continue to include this in the weather report. The chance of rain is 10%.
Oh, wait, do you know what the high will be today? Because I left my child in the car. Just want to make sure. This is only going to be a couple hours, right?
So I gotta shut your mic off and I gotta shut your mic off. It's just going to be me and Jeff. Some interesting temperatures from around the globe. Alexandria, Virginia, in the United States is 84 degrees. Fort Myers, Florida is 88 degrees. Subic Bay, Philippines is rain and 77 degrees. New Delhi is 82 and overcast. I think it's overcast almost every day in India.
I think it's pollution.
Yeah, because they burn coal. That's how they do everything.
They burn everything. They burn their garbage.
Burn bodies.
Yeah.
They burn bodies.
They do. I don't think for energy, but
no, they do that. And Cairo is 93 degrees. Rome is 81 degrees. Beijing, China is 75 degrees and rain.
Wow. What's the weather in Heidelberg, Germany right now?
It's not on my list.
Okay.
Dubai is 93 degrees. Short answer, right?
yeah.
What am I going to do?
To the point. You got what you got.
Cape Town is 66 degrees. I want to just touch base on something that was brought up in the last podcast. We were talking about movies with Chris Gore, and we were thinking about a movie that's just great. With are you guys Walter Matthau fans?
Huge. When I was a kid, I had his poster on my wall in my bedroom. I had him and Jack Lemmon.
Do you think that's true, Brian?
I did. I also have the Tiger Beat that he was on the cover.
Was he on Tiger Beat?
Yeah, back in the 50s.
Okay.
I had Farrah Fawcett, but I put a beard and a mustache on her.
Why? Just what you were into at the time?
To this day, I don't know. I don't know.
I've met some of your ladies, and they all are bearded.
I don't know.
Did you draw like a huge penis on her as well, or no?
Walter Matthau movie. This movie was from 1973. Maybe you've seen it. It's called Charlie Verdick. Varrick.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Where he's stealing money?
Yeah.
And the guy from the mafia is coming after him? Mm-hmm. And then that guy who's...
I had a Charlie Verdick themed birthday party when I was a kid.
Wow.
So, yeah, I was a big fan.
This is a fortuitous bounce for you, Mr. Holtzman, that you have him in here today.
I was a very big fan of the movie.
That movie, the guy, who was the guy who was the mafia guy? Was that big guy, Billy Jack or something?
Dolph
Oh,
Lundgren?
Billy from the Billy Jack franchise. Wasn't that a big?
It was.
Walking Tall,
Yes.
Billy Jack.
Not Billy Jack. It was another guy that plays the heavy.
Jack Billy?
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you've got to watch this. Find this movie. You'll enjoy it. It's a 1973 movie, and it's character-driven. There's no special effects. There's no green screens.
No.
These are movies that are worth watching for you people that just can't stop watching content on Netflix and all this new, these binge watching all these shows. Sure, they're great, but you want to see great, watch some old movies.
Is there any
Was
nudity?
he Hitman in there?
He wasn't the hitman, but the big guy that I can't remember what his name from the mafia was, the guy going after the guy who took the money, and it's just...
Okay.
Yeah. Hit
There's
us up on Twitter if you want me to send you a copy. I bought out a lot of copies from Blockbuster when it went bankrupt.
Wow.
I own several copies of it, so I will let you borrow it.
Oh, so you're running a speakeasy
Never
Blockbuster.
trust anybody with eyeglasses. Never trust anybody wearing
Is
eyeglasses.
that what, did you put the non-eyeglasses wearers on one side of
It
the table?
does seem that way.
Why haven't you had your eyeballs shaved?
It's too late for me now. I'm too old.
Too old.
I would
you
need
look
reading
very young. You look
glasses.
real fit.
Yeah.
Why are you discriminating
Do you want to
against...
touch my muscles?
Yeah.
You're going anti-glasses with glasses on.
He sinks his own ship.
Self-hating.
care.
You're self-hating.
Cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. So, Walter Matthau, listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. You got to watch this movie. I've never given you a movie to watch that I didn't, I'm not going to disappoint you. It's called Charlie, common spelling, Charles Henry Adam.
I have a question.
Roger, can I go ahead?
I just want to say, since you want everyone to watch it, why don't you just do an episode where you actually just show the movie, and that's it.
I'll bring it up with the producers.
Yeah, you could just you could have an
And they'll
iPhone
shoot it
next to
down.
the camera.
And they'll shoot it down.
Okay.
So Charlie Verdick. How do you say it? Verdick? Varrick.
Verdick.
Verdick.
Where's the D
Yeah.
coming from? Aren't you saying VARR? Isn't it Varick?
You know what? I've had enough of this.
Well, I mean, I just keep hearing a D, but I don't hear a D in the
out of here.
spelling.
I'm off like panties on a new bride.
Whoa.
So there you go.
All right.
What else do I got here?
Do you have any birthday shout-outs? Willard Scott action? Al Roker?
Not today. I got my letter.
Is it Willard Scott's birthday?
It is.
Oh,
I
man,
read
I
this
should've-
letter in the previous podcast, and I'm not going to read it again, but it was telling me how important it is to be vaccinated. I want to thank you both, and Ben as well, for being vaccinated.
Who's the letter from?
This is from the Secretary of the Veterans Affairs Administration in Washington, D.C.
Wow.
It says, thank you for your service to our nation. Your commitment to our country's long legacy of service has protected us, and our nation owes you a debt of gratitude we can never repay.
They could try to repay it. Have they tried?
We must once again ask you to volunteer to serve. COVID-19 has affected all of us.
Oh, you're realistic. They're getting desperate.
COVID-19 has affected us all in unique ways. We have lost far too many former brothers and sisters in arms, family members and friends over the last year. It is time for this pandemic to be over, and I ask for your help in protecting this nation and completing the last part of this journey.
Was this written specifically for you?
Our greatest hope in defeating this deadly virus is for each of us to get vaccinated as soon as possible. The 3 vaccines available in the United States have been extensively studied and are proven to be safe and effective. Each of us is safer as more of our community is vaccinated.
Oh, wow.
And it just goes on to tell you how you can do that if you haven't done it. And the last part, I think, is very, very important. And like I said, I've read this before, but I think it's important to revisit it. Don't you think so, Ben?
Yes.
Does it mention Walter Matthau in there at all?
Vaccination is essential.
Mentions Charlie Verdick.
Vaccination is essential to our return to normalcy. We hope that you will choose to be vaccinated to protect yourself, your families, and friends, and our healthcare workers. While vaccines are widely available, people are still falling ill and needing treatment due to COVID-19. Studies show that if you are vaccinated, and I am vaccinated, I showed everybody.
Oh, wow, yeah. Did you get vaccinated in Los Angeles?
Austin, Texas, at Walgreens.
I went to Arkansas because they give you free lottery tickets when you get vaccinated.
Really?
Yeah, I drove all the way there.
Do they pay the travel?
No. So I was hoping that it would be a big winner, but it turns out I lost a lot just in gas.
Did you
and
go by
hotel.
yourself?
I brought my wife, so we'd get 2 lottery tickets.
Wow.
Neither were winners. Well, actually, one was a free ticket, and then that was a loser.
Are you looked down upon in Texas for being vaccinated, do you think?
I don't think so.
You think you're accepted?
This letter almost sounds like it's like a CIA mission to get vaccinated, and they need you to be part of it.
Studies show that if you are vaccinated, it is less likely that you will become severely ill, require hospitalization, or become at risk of dying. Period. In fact, and the last sentence, in fact, a recent Cleveland Clinic study showed that over 99% of those hospitalized due to COVID-19 were not fully vaccinated.
Oh boy, that's a bombshell.
And I thought it was important to read this again. And again, to any of my listeners who are not getting vaccinated for personal reasons, political reasons, health reasons, I'm not here to judge you. I'm not throwing you under the bus. That is your right. And all I can do is spread some helpful information. And I'm not gonna break up friendships because of people's views on. I'm not qualified to make that judgment.
Yeah. No, I get it. I was one of the first people in the world to be vaccinated.
You were.
Yeah. I got lumped in with all the old folks.
You did.
Yeah. I took my mother to get vaccinated.
You should have seen the prosthetics he was wearing.
Yeah. I took my mother, and they stopped me dead in my tracks when I was leaving, and they said, "Do you want a vaccination?"
So you brought your mom.
Yeah.
And
This is early. This is January. Yeah, this is back.
mine is I became a sheep. Bah! I became a sheep on May 7th, and then I went back on May 27th into Walgreens in Austin, Texas, and I got the Pfizer.
That's a good one. Yeah.
That's the Cadillac of vaccinations.
Well, the Moderna is like the Ram truck of vaccinations.
That's what they say.
It's a powerhouse.
You want to tell us a little about your experience with the vaccination, Jeff?
Yeah, I went to a Rite Aid.
You went to a Rite Aid too?
I did, yeah.
Holy cow! What a coincidence!
I waited in the
We both went to
aisles.
the same place.
We have the same birthday, so I think we have the same thinking.
I think. When is your birthday?
August 30th, same as yours.
Wow! Can you believe that? Can you step up and get out of this studio?
Wait, Ben, when's your birthday?
October 21st.
So is mine.
Oh, man.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
You can stay.
Okay.
So I'm vaccinated.
Thanks, Ben, for saving me.
Yeah.
I want to apologize for repeat. Go ahead, Ben.
On the, you got your card laminated. Is that right?
This is not the original one. Is in my passport. These are just copies that.
Oh, okay.
Because they do say not to laminate it.
Yeah,
He
that's
has his own lamination equipment, which we found out when he was on our podcast.
Oh, that was a wonderful.
That he travels with
Yeah.
to Austin. It's in Austin.
He's like a mobile Staples over here.
Yeah.
What else do you laminate? Just everything?
The Indian families. The hacker had a certificate from school,
And you wanted it laminated.
and they I laminated that.
With his permission, or do you break into his room at night?
No, KK gave me the.
Who's KK?
KK's the hacker's mom.
Okay.
She gave me the.
She said, "Could you please laminate this? I've
Yeah,
seen
yeah.
you up there laminating."
I've heard you late at night laminating.
Yeah. I thought it was important.
Did you? I thought that would have been nice if you go, "Oh, that's a great certificate. I'll be right back," and then you come back and it was laminated already.
You go into a restaurant and they hand you a paper menu. Do you just want to laminate it yourself?
I laminate my lotto tickets. If I play lotto, I laminate my receipts.
If you win or the losers.
Registration. I laminate just about everything. Here's an interesting item of interest: the cost of owning a car. Everybody has a vehicle here. Huh?
I don't have one.
Your annual expenses vary widely depending on where you live. The average American spends $5,264 a year on a vehicle.
Wow.
Most expensive places in Michigan at $775 US. California comes in at
Do you know
$459.
Does that include like the payment itself, or is that just like insurance and gas? Does it say?
I'll let you know, Ben.
Michigan has high insurance rates, but they also have they have bad road conditions, which beats your car up.
I'm going to do that laugh, Ben, every time you say something inappropriate or wrong on this podcast.
How's your car bumper doing? Is it all
Oh,
right?
I got a bungee cord on the front of it.
Under your car bumper?
Just in case, because you can't lock the hood. But it won't come up unless you release it. But I'm not taking any chances because it goes like this when I'm driving. You know,
Your
So I
hood
put-
does?
Yeah.
Well, your hood's gonna fly off.
Well,
It's your wind-
that's why I got the extra precaution, the bungee cord. You know.
Would you know that bungee cords are being stolen at an alarming rate in 2021? So I don't,
Especially in Austin.
Jeez.
because there is not only a chip shortage for new vehicles, but there is a bungee cord shortage because one of the largest factories closed down in 2020 because of the pandemic.
and the bungee cord is the color of Jeff's shirt.
It's a nice purple.
Purple.
Okay.
New York.
I have a
is-
bungee cord that's the same color as Ben's shirt.
I noticed a trend here.
I'm gonna open a can of whip ass on Ben at the break.
What?
New
And
York-
I've been good for the past 15 minutes. Don't I get credit for that?
Look at you. You're coming at me again. Ben. New York is $402. Average monthly. These are monthly. Monthly. This probably includes your gas and every other. Florida is 564. Texas is 556, and the cheapest was Alaska at $299.
Wow. Did they tell you how much it is in Arizona?
Arizona isn't identified. Annual average miles driven. The least again is Alaska at 9,915. The most, of course, is Wyoming because of its expansive expansion, its wideness.
But you said Alaska has the lowest,
Yes,
but they're much bigger than.
but most of that is wilderness,
And people aren't going anywhere.
and the roads are not paved.
It might also be because there's not that many women, so people aren't going on dates.
That could be.
A
That
lot
could
of driving
be.
to her house, pick her up, take her to a movie.
You all right? He's been vaccinated, everybody. Don't worry.
The most was Wyoming at 21,821. The average gas price was the cheapest was in $2.09 in Mississippi, and of course right here in California was the most at $3.39. But that's a figure that's been it's changed. It's gone up now. Everybody knows that, and I don't know if everybody knows that. I mean, a homeless guy in a tent in Venice Beach may not
Should I-
know the price of gas.
After the show, I'm going to go quiz some homeless guys in Venice, and I'll get back to you.
Yeah, do a survey. I saw a homeless guy in Venice selling gas out of his tent.
Well, how much per gallon?
It was actually $3.39.
Oh, he's got to update his prices. 'cause
Well, he's going
under-
by the California average.
He's under market value.
If you have a car, move to Alaska. It's a lot cheaper.
Item of interest is a controversial bit. I heard you had some guys walk off the show once during it. Is that true?
I had some people that were not. I had some guests that were not really big fans of items of interest.
What did they do? They just sat here and listened to items of interest, and then they got mad?
They were concerned that I was. They didn't know why they were here, and they didn't want to listen to the items. If they weren't, they weren't interested in items of interest. That's all.
I mean, the word interest is in it, though, so you have to be interested in it.
So tell me, how are you guys doing since the last time?
So many changes since, what was that, a week ago? Yeah.
Oh, right. You mean since I saw you on your podcast?
Yeah.
The Danish and O'Neill
Yeah.
podcast.
I think it was about a week or two ago.
You gave us some great presents. Gave me a book and a Happy Meal toy.
Oh, I have some more today. Would you like?
Oh, that wasn't me trying to get presents, soliciting presents.
You
but
know
I'll
what?
take it.
I am fresh out of stickers, and I'm glad that I got a
where I put-
replenishment.
You know where I put this? On my fridge. There's a picture of my lovely girlfriend right after she gave birth to my daughter, and I put Brian Holtzman right in the bed. So it's almost like you're the OBGYN who delivered the baby.
Look at that.
I'll add another one. There'll be 2 Brian Holtzmans.
And you have a new sticker. It says the main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing.
And then there's a sticker that says, how do you do anything is how you do everything. I don't know if are these yours or did you get this at like a doctor's office?
I have these made at the print shop.
Okay.
But I originally saw How You Do Anything is How You Do Anything in the office at the Comedy Store. And I saw it, and it just, I think it's great, and it means so much.
Yeah.
Which one do you need? Which one do you have?
I have how you do anything is how you do everything.
And the stickers are such high quality. It seems.
Which one do you need, Ben?
I've got the How You Do Anything.
How do you choose your font?
You're very funny, Ben. Very, very funny guy. You know, you bend over sometimes for people, and it's just not enough.
Do you collect stickers?
I'm not an actual collector, per se.
Do you have a sticker book?
I hear some
I hear some music.
I hear some music in my headphones.
I think,
Is it true you do string art? Somebody told us you do string art. Is that real?
I guess we'll just ignore the
Yeah.
music in the background. Can you hear it, Ben?
Yeah, like
And, it's gone
gone.
now. Did you do that, Ben?
no, I was
Did you
trying to
put
figure
music
out
in
what the song was. I was trying to listen to see if I could recognize the song.
thought it was
All
Jesus.
right, let's get to the items of interest without further
Please,
delay.
please.
Because,
I think you skirted over. Jeff had a question.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Are you a string artist? Is that a real thing?
I've been known to string art.
That's surprising.
String art.
When
yes.
did you get into string art?
Oh, back in the day, back in high school.
Okay, and you just kept it up.
After I was knitting sweaters and small socks.
So you just in your
I
place.
had a lot of yarn left, you know. What am I going to do with this yarn, you know?
So you're still using the yarn that you bought back in high school?
I have a lot of yarn, yeah, and I said, what am I going to do with all this yarn? So I
It's
started.
a common problem.
I put tacks up and I string it, and it's a great way to cover a bare wall or a ceiling.
Or a crime scene.
And you put tag. Have you seen it? My string art?
No.
Anyway, you put tacks up on the ceiling, and then you just you can make any design you wish based on the tacks and the location of the tacks.
Do you
on the
change
ceiling.
it up or you keep the same?
I don't change it up. It's like a
Okay.
painting. You wouldn't
Okay.
make a
Look at that,
Rembrandt.
yeah. You don't put a mustache on the Mona Lisa.
Exactly.
Unless it's in Brian Holtzman's
Unless-
room.
Yeah.
Unless it's a copy that you have in your
Well,
bedroom.
Farrah Fawcett, if you ever saw her in a mustache, you'd.
It's pretty hot.
All right, let's.
Why didn't you use yarn to tie up your bumper instead of a bungee cord?
I wouldn't be strong enough. All right, let's get. Let's go. Let's start. Shane Jones thought he could earn extra cash by buying and selling contents from repossessed storage units. But once the 16-year-old bid on his first storage unit in Providence, Rhode Island, and won, he realized that the items inside, stuffed animals, personal documents, and more, should go back to their original owner.
Oh, wow. This is an items of interest about items of interest that somebody found within a storage
This guy needs to
facility.
get out of this game because it's going to take over his life time-wise.
They
He's in
belong-
high school. He doesn't need to be delivering
Yeah.
stuffed animals back to people.
This guy be worrying about making out with girls and getting to second base, not
What if-
buying storage units.
What if they're dead? Does he go next of kin? Does he track them down to say, hey, here's your grandmother's stuffed animal?
I know the possibilities.
This
of
guy's
This
he's
guy's got an old soul.
can of worms.
a quagmire.
Yeah.
That is a
Real
quagmire.
Don't ask me how to spell quagmire. Holy, I know it. Q. I know the easiest letter is U because you know it always comes after Q.
Yeah.
You know, What does it say? They belong to a man in prison. And Jones tracked down the mother to give the items back. Her elated reaction spurred him to continue to buy out more storage units to return the items to their owners, who often couldn't afford the fees. It's almost like a duty to give it back, he said.
This guy wealthy? I mean, where's this money coming from?
Who thought you could make a business or make money on storing people's garbage?
Oh, it's a big business.
It's like a big business. You have no tenants. Yep. You have no infrastructure like water or electricity to go water. You know, it's a cash cow. And then what happens when they can't?
You get their shit.
Yeah.
Were you staring at me or just looked over?
No, I was looking.
No, when
at
I looked this way, I felt like you were staring at me.
I think he was disagreeing with the.
So what happens if they don't pay? Their stuff belongs to the company.
I would say it's more often than not thrown in the trash.
They auction it off and try to make money.
Why would you say more often than not?
I think there's not a lot of valuables in
what do you base that on? More often than not? Because you hear that term a lot, more often than not. What do you mean exactly by more often than not?
I'm saying most times there's just junk in there, trash that they have to go through, throw it away.
And more often means
it happens more commonly
than not.
Yes.
I feel like you're coming at Jeff.
Yeah, you are coming at me.
You hear these terms.
I didn't make out. I didn't make the phrase up.
The or not would be the assumed second or third choices. So in this case, the most often choice is going to be to throw it away. But it was already assumed that the items would be sold.
It's basically, if you follow business, the more is 51%. It has the majority of the stake in the relationship with not.
Do you have a storage unit?
Oh, no.
No.
If I don't touch something in 1 year, it gets donated, it gets thrown out, it gets given away. Most of the time it gets given away. I have...
Do you make sure? Do you look at the calendar and you're like, oh, it's been close to a year. I better touch it.
Well, there's only 12 months in a year.
Yeah.
I can remember 12 months ago.
Do you write dates on items so that you know the last time you touched them?
My brother Jay does that.
Does he?
He wrote, I think a pair of shoes he wrote a date on the inside.
Your brother Jay had a beautiful pair of snakeskin boots the last time I saw him at the Comedy Store. Very nice.
Were those,
matching vests as well.
Were those a gift from Texas?
This was previous.
This was from Thailand. He paid like $1,000 for that vest.
Really?
In Thailand?
He paid about
$1,000.
He paid about $500 too much.
Wow, I think maybe more than that.
That's
Did the snake have any valuables inside of it that he was paying for?
I'm sorry, Ben. I don't mean to upset you and get crazy, but you can make me kind of crazy. You know that.
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
You don't do it on purpose, but it kind of comes out.
I don't.
Have you ever bought a snakeskin vest, Ben?
No.
Oh, wow.
Nothing snakeskin.
$1,000. Well, they say in Thailand, all the vests you buy should be equivalent to 1 year's salary.
Is Jay? Is he known as a big spender when he goes to Thailand? Because that's
for snakeskin, evidently.
Yeah.
Does he have a snakeskin suitcase?
Not a suitcase.
No. Do you travel with Brother Jay?
I went to Thailand with him in 1988.
In '88.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was quite an experience.
You guys share a room, or you go separate rooms?
I didn't know you had to pay the girls. That was quite a.
Jay schooled you.
That was kind of a.
He's like, you can pay him in snakeskin money.
Why is she asking me for money? What's going on here?
Oh, you just thought she really liked you.
I thought she loved me. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is that why you give her a ring?
No, I didn't give her a ring. I didn't give her. I tried not. I didn't know it.
So you're like Richard Gere in Pretty Woman.
Right, a little bit. Without the car.
You have a bungee cord on your car.
After the Foo Fighters played to a capacity crowd of 20,000 vaccinated-only fans at New York's Madison Square Garden, the first concert at the iconic arena in more than a year, a handful of anti-vaxxers protested outside.
Oh man. Do you hear mariachi music?
Yeah, I'm hearing some music in the headphones. So I guess it's very Dead Air LA, as you all know, is in its infancy. This is the third number 3 of Dead Air LA. So we're getting the bugs out.
I like it. It reminds me of my job as a dishwasher at the restaurant I work at.
Jeff Bezos with 20,000 signatures
Bezos, is
and
that the
counting.
Okinawan pronunciation?
Counting on it.
What
Tongue in, where...
was there
where's,
anything else to the Foo Fighter story?
Where is Mink, the producer? We're hearing sound in the headphones. Hello. This may compromise the sound quality, so that's why I have to bring it to somebody's attention.
Oh wait, yeah. Don't turn it off until I find out what song this is. 'Cause it's pretty good.
Can you Shazam it?
I think you can.
Okay.
Oh,
So this is driving us crazy.
Well, that's fine as
I
long
like
as it's
it.
not going to compromise the sound. Girl Scouts who find themselves with 15 million unsold boxes of their lousy cookies since the pandemic limited door-to-door selling and cookie booths. This is unfortunate, said so-and-so and so-and-so, but it was to be expected. Throw those freaking cookies away.
It's such a racket. The girls get none of the money.
They don't
So
have- they got the
where does those
same-
millions of dollars go to?
it goes straight to the top, straight to the head of the Girl Scouts. Have you seen what they're doing?
They're buying snakeskin Girl Scout vests.
Yeah, they have mansions. They're all driving Lamborghinis.
You know, they're not spending it on uniforms. They got the same lousy little Girl Scout. And some of them don't even put the uniforms on when they sell the cookies.
Well, now
Put
girls
the uniform on, you little...
girls can join the Boy Scouts, so I don't get why they have two separate ones now.
It's just it's a sweatshop for cookie sales. And also the head of the Girl Scouts, if you follow that person on Instagram, every tweet or post is tagged with hashtag Lambo Life.
Well, now they don't even go door to door. They just go to like a grocery store and set up a table. You
Yeah.
seen that? It's
Yeah.
lazy.
At Target, they do it.
Yeah, lazy. Or their parents' office?
Well,
go
it's
door
always
to door.
it's always the parents at the office. I at least like
Yeah.
them when they bring the girls in,
Yeah.
instead of just like
Yeah,
going
the parent
themselves,
doing it.
guilting you into it.
And the prizes you win for selling like what $10,000 worth, they give you a $40 Huffy bicycle from Walmart. I mean, come on, it's a racket.
Do you like? You
I
don't.
thought Huffy was a good...
Huffy sucks.
I think I had a Huffy as a kid. Do you like Girl Scout cookies, Brian?
No, they make my stomach. They just...
You like sweets. You like
Yeah, but
Peeps.
they turn on me. They turn on... There's something wrong with Girl Scout
They give you
cookies.
diarrhea.
Yeah, they kind of do. They kind of go right through me.
Were you a Boy Scout? I could see you being a Boy Scout.
Yes.
You were? Did you do the soapbox derby?
Yeah, we played that game, that stupid game. Yeah.
Was your troop leader? He was.
You know, it was a little wood thing, and you put the wheels on it, and you
Oh,
painted it, and you put a little Manny in there with
Yeah.
the
they
pipe
said
cleaners.
yours had string all over it.
Yeah, it was nice.
Was your troop leader on the up and up? He wasn't doing anything shady.
You know, I was busy down at off-track betting. You know, I wasn't interested.
You getting your off-track
We're
betting
gonna have the
badge?
soapbox derby. You know, who gives a garbage?
Did
you know?
your parents put you in there just to get you out of the house?
I don't know how I got there.
But you know what it is? You love wearing a uniform.
I do. I love it.
So you saw the Boy
Started.
Scouts, and you're like, I can get down there, wear a uniform with my buddies.
Yeah.
The Japanese camera giant Canon developed a new AI and artificial intelligence technology that will prevent employees from entering meeting rooms unless they're smiling.
Whoa.
A spokesman said Canon hopes to create a positive atmosphere by utilizing this system.
Doesn't it make it more negative when you're forcing people to smile?
Oh, it's terrible. It's getting nutty. This technology is going to blow. There's going to be a blowback. There's going to be a blowback.
Did you have to sell anything like cold calls?
Cold calls?
Yeah, at any point.
When I was a kid?
Yeah, or kid or early adulthood.
We sold motel rooms. I had to go out there and do that as a child.
What's he talking about?
I don't
No,
know.
because I had to. I was gonna say
I sold cars when I was a teenager.
the mantra is smile when you dial. So if you have to like the forcing to somebody to smile before coming into a meeting, it's the same thing.
As Brazil confirmed COVID death toll topped 500,000, demonstrators marched in cities across the country last week to protest the president. The president doesn't seem to think there's a problem. He told everybody to stop crying. Here's an interesting...
Was that a exact quote? He said that, to stop crying?
Yeah, just go out, live your life, stop crying.
Okay.
When's Carnival? Is that what time of year?
I think that's in...
I think season 7's coming out.
Oh,
It's
okay.
between, I think, January 1st, someplace between January 1st and December 31st.
Because I'm going with your...
I don't know when Carnival is.
It's right before.
I know Mardi Gras and
Yeah, it's same thing.
same. That's
I'm
in-
going to Brazil with your brother Jay, so I was just trying
I
to
think
line
that's
up
March.
the times.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I
I'm
got
looking for some snakeskin undies.
I got to get to that hotel I got over there in Thailand and fix those doorknobs.
Yeah, you go. How often you go? Once a year?
I go whenever I got a broken doorknob. That's when I go.
You own a hotel there?
Yes.
Could I stay there? Would I get a discount?
Oh yeah. You could. It'll be on the house.
Oh, well, you tell me where it is. I'd love to go.
Jeez. Here's one out of Thailand. A hungry elephant knocked a hole in the wall of a Thai woman's house this week and used its trunk to search for food in her kitchen. It knocked over pots and pans and rummaged through drawers, but failed to find a snack. I've seen elephants roaming around our town looking for food since I was young, said so-and-so and so-and-so. I'm not even going to go there. Thailand names have listen to this. The first name is Ratchadawan. The last name is Pungprasoppon. Phonetically, the first name is Roger, Adam, Tom, Charles, Henry, Adam, David, Adam, William, Adam, Nora. Last name phonetically spelt, if you guys are into phonetic.
Except Tom, it's Tango.
It doesn't have... this guy,
Ben.
as long as the word you use has the same first letter...
Well, no, that's why they have a set universal
I know
alphabet.
they do, but who are you looking at? Who are you talking to? What podcast are you on? I can't believe you're going to split hairs and nitpick me, Ben.
I can't believe it either.
Was Ben
Why
in the
do you
military?
get off on trying to get me upset? I don't understand it. You're going to disappear. You're going to definitely disappear.
Have you guys always had this sort of relationship?
He just...
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Were you in the
I'm
military?
lucky I
No.
can get
Oh.
the what did I call it? I'm doing my best, Ben. It's just not good enough.
Let me be more supportive. Whatever the word is,
No,
we
it's
understand.
not. You can add to the podcast, but to nitpick because I said Tom instead of Tango, is that what this is about?
Yes.
And that's why you are really getting under my skin. I'm telling
Cut
you.
the mic. Just cut him off. Cut me off.
It's a very toxic relationship that you two have. I feel like you're always trying to please Ben, but he'll never be pleased.
No, he's troublemaker. He's a troublemaker.
Troublemaker.
Ben, I thought you were a good guy.
All right, the last name
I
is
still do.
Thanks.
Paul, Urine, Echo, Nancy, George, Papa, Randy, Adam, Southern, Oregon, Paul, Ocean, Nora. It's not like I'm working in the control tower that I have to say Tango. It just seems... Does it just stick up for me here? Does it seem like it's out of control?
I didn't want to say anything, but
Jeff?
when you said urine, I saw Ben roll his eyes like there was another word that you should probably be using.
It's been a while since you were in the military, so
What a difficult guest. Just a difficult guest.
these names are reminiscent. Have you ever seen the
I
bartender?
roll with most punches. I don't care, but difficult is
No,
difficult.
you're an easy guy to work with, and so
Yeah.
that's why I don't get why Ben's being so hard to work with.
I have seen elephants roaming around our town looking for food since I was young, said so-and-so and so-and-so. I'm not going to pronounce it. I've already pronounced it. I've already read out the letters and read out the letters, what do you call it, phonetically?
Yeah.
And I've already been taken to task by Ben for mispronouncing Tom instead of Tango. So I think we're all on the same page, Ben. Is that all right?
Yeah, yeah.
Ben seems like he's on thin ice. You asked him to step out. But
who filmed a home invasion on her phone. But this is the first time they actually damaged my house. The male elephant named, here we go again, Boochuay.
Who named the elephant? The village?
They probably know this elephant. This is probably not the first time that this elephant is.
Does it mention? Well, reset them, Ben. Does it mention if she had elephant insurance? And if so, what kind?
I think it's
I don't know.
Geico.
They have Geico.
Have you taken an elephant ride in Thailand?
No.
As Brother Dave for $8,000?
No, animals are smelly. Everybody knows that. Oh, let's get on the camel. Let's get on the donkey. Let's get, so you can smell the rest of the day, the whole day, and your clothes smell like. Animals are only good on television or in the movies. In real life, they stink. They smell. They don't bathe.
But you worked with dogs for a while.
I did.
So it's a little.
Did you ever apply to be an elephant catcher in Thailand?
No, I have not.
He vacations there. He's not there to work.
Well, I didn't know. Maybe you thought about moving there and needed a job.
Phonetically, the elephant's name is Boy Ocean Nora Charles Henry Uganda Adam and Young. Lives in
Uchangi?
Karichatan National Park, which borders the village. Elephant raids are a common problem for Thais who live near national parks. And with the parks closed to tourists for a year because of the pandemic, the animals have become bolder in venturing out.
How are they going to stop this?
Wow.
I don't know.
Can I propose something?
He's stuck again.
Maybe at a young age they could teach these elephants to knock on the door to ask for stuff as opposed to
Knock on the door.
with their trunk. Just
They could do that. They could offer them peanuts.
Or they
and
could bring them food into the forest as an offering.
Did you ever see them feed the elephant with the whole loaf of bread?
What's that?
I saw
Is
it
that a Walter Matthau movie?
growing up. You never saw him stick the whole loaf of bread in the elephant's mouth at the zoo?
And then what? They shit out French toast? What happens?
No, they don't slice it. They give him the loaf.
whole loaf. Oh, okay.
Is that why they're
You
heavier
never saw that?
animals?
Did you ever see that?
No, I never got there for the bread feeding.
This is a good one. This is a real good one out of Pakistan. The city of Karachi has created a unit of rollerblading armed police officers in an attempt to win over a public that has good reason to fear and distrust law enforcement.
Are they all given Walkman with headphones also?
The sight of officers on rollerblades should lighten the mood in malls, parks, and other places they patrol, said Regional Detective Masood Ahmad.
Why don't they put them on unicycles?
People should feel that they are our friends and that they are there to protect us. Yeah, as they stage an execution,
It seems like they should be, like I picture, I don't know, like choreographed maneuvers when they're coming
choreographed
out.
stage shootings.
So like roller derby, you whip a
Right.
guy up, and
there.
then he
That's
shoots
the
the other
masculine.
guy.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Did you see the Comedy Store documentary?
I did not watch it.
No.
Both you guys didn't watch it?
We were
weren't
pitched
in
to
it,
be in it,
so-
and the director said no.
We
So
only-
it kind of
yeah.
soured
Because
us.
Ben is in it.
You're in it?
You're in it.
That's why.
How's Ben in it? We're not.
Of course
in
you
it.
don't know
Because
Ben.
he.
No offense to Ben.
No, no.
We both worked there.
Yeah.
We were there for a long time.
We only watch stuff that we're in. So
I made love to
Ben-
Mitzi Shore.
Ben,
No, I didn't.
Ben was in it.
What'd you have to say?
Nothing. That's the whole point of me being in there. I got I was stammering, and then Brian laid into me, and
So it's like a behind the scenes.
No, it was just like a joke clip from one of the episodes,
Okay.
and
You guys have
So
no
he
interest
just-
in watching that documentary.
no. So
be honest,
like it's
no.
now it's his duty to take my most embarrassing moment and publicize it over and over again.
oh man.
Like the guy on the Wild World of Sports falling down the ski ramp.
Oh, so you're on the blooper reel
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
Comedy
yeah.
Store documentary.
Exactly.
You know what they say? The sticker says a Hollywood credit is a Hollywood credit. So it's better than nothing.
Is that what yours says?
That was actually a fortune cookie Brian gave me in the green room.
Okay. Hey, the main thing is to keep the main thing.
thing.
Yeah.
Mainly.
Squad members said they had to learn to shoot while skating and had been trained to hold on to a car driving at 75 miles an hour.
Is this Back to the Future?
This is Pakistan.
Wait a second. They really pulled a guy 75 miles an hour on a car.
We knew a guy who worked in a in a factory that was so big he had to roller skate to get parts from one part of the place to the other.
Yeah.
Jimmy Pidd. Do you remember that guy, Holtzman?
Who?
Jimmy Pidd?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the dumbest guys alive.
How dare you?
Where did you grow up? Did you grow up around snow? Either of you?
I
or-
did, yeah. Both
I
of
did,
us.
Did you ever do bumper hitch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put a
Never-
sled on there.
Oh, okay.
Or slide on your feet.
On the feet, but
Yeah.
never up to
75,
75 would
yeah.
be.
You want to hear about Kevin Hart?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, please.
Love to. Was waiting for you to get to this part.
Kevin Hart refuses to live his life atoning for past sins, said so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so.
Whoa.
I've been
Are
canceled.
these Thai names that you can't pronounce?
Thai elephant.
I've been canceled, what? 3 or 4 times, says
He's
the actor.
He's doing pretty well.
Says the actor and stand-up comic. The closest he got to having his career killed by public outrage was in 2018 when he was forced to step down as Oscars host after years-old tweets and clips of stand-up routines resurfaced in which Hart used gay slurs, joked about AIDS, and said that if he ever caught his son playing with his daughter's dollhouse, he would break it over his head. Those were examples of a young comedian trying to be funny and failing. See, he is apologizing.
Also,
He is apologizing by saying, break it. You weren't failing. It's a comedy show. You're supposed to generate as much laughter in that room for those people for the time that they're in that room.
who wants to
And
host
if you
the
want to take
Oscars,
it serious,
by the way?
that's on you.
Yeah.
That's on you. He said this was an example of a failing comic. See, he's
I don't think he was bombing. I would say those bits did well.
Also, he didn't lose any money by not hosting the Oscars.
He says, break it over his head. Those were examples of a young comedian trying to be funny and failing.
But it was only
See,
a couple of years ago. Isn't
So
he
he's
like
showing
43 years old?
He's kind of bending, isn't he?
A little bit.
Is he bending or what? Am I reading this correctly or what?
A little bit. He's apologizing without apologizing.
Go ahead, Ben. You said you looked like you had something you wanted
I was going to say, I thought those were his apologies initially, but now I think he's saying that he wasn't going to apologize anymore. Like from an interview I saw, he said he apologized for what he did before.
No, Ben. Because the next sentence will prove you wrong.
That's why I was.
What
I
a
was gonna
shocker.
ask.
Ben is wrong. What
what
a
I was gonna
shocker.
ask.
Ben is wrong. It
man.
says, and failing, says Hart, 42 years old. And then he goes on to say, I look back and cringe.
Why is he looking back? Just
And
look
he
forward.
cringes. So then if you're going to look back and you're going to cringe, you have to find everybody in that audience and get their address or their phone number, and you have to go to every one of their homes, residents, or call them on the phone and apologize.
You know who he should work with?
Does that sound like what? Does that sound right? First, he's saying he's a failing comic for what he said back in the day, and then now he says he looks back and cringes. So get everybody's name that was in that room, and go to their house, and I guess make it okay, make it right, apologize.
You should get the 16-year-old
You know,
from
I'm
the
going-
storage units to track the people
You know,
down.
I'm
Yeah.
going a little too far with this, but do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
He's trying to whitewash or take it all back.
I don't get it.
But in the moment of a comedy show, it's in the moment of a comedy show.
And
What do
it's-
you want to do? You want to just flatline a comedy show?
Why is he
Do you
bringing
want to
this up?
flatline a comedy show?
No.
A comedy show should make you a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And turned on.
Now I'm surprised. You know, this is publicist. This is publicist.
But why is
am I
he bringing
taking-
it up? It doesn't seem like it's coming up naturally.
These are written by publicists. It's obvious. This is not what he would say. I look back and cringe.
Also, he's never been canceled. He's the highest-selling comedian on the road.
He's never
in
been
the
canceled, but
Still in movies.
he's still. And then he goes on to say he has repeatedly apologized for what he calls insensitive words. Well, they're insensitive if you take it serious. If you take it verbatim, of course, it's not like he said these words in the CVS aisle or at the supermarket or a parking lot. He was inside a comedy club.
Maybe-
See what I mean? You see where the rub is?
Maybe he works out his bits, though, in CVS.
They're not insensitive because when he was saying those words, he didn't really mean it. He didn't. I don't believe any comic means anything that they say on stage.
Even if it's autobiographical?
I don't know what that means.
Okay. About
This
their
is-
life?
This definitely shed a lot of light on things because I didn't realize I
Well,
was.
I'm trying to get you guys. You guys have
No, I know.
accomplished funny comedians. I respect your opinion as well as you, Ben.
We weren't allowed to be in the documentary about the Comedy Store.
And
I did learn that I've been mispronouncing verbatim. Yes,
Yes.
it's verbatim.
Hart is now worth $200 million US, but the Oscars problem
Who cares?
still stings.
No, it doesn't. Why? Who cares?
This is a publicist. This is a publicist.
But if you have
This
that
is an
money, who
idiot,
gives- who
idiot
cares?
Publicist.
That sounds like if he really stings, then he's
You
a
get-
huge narcissist because he wants everything.
You get to this point in your career, they're very driven.
It's like Ben, just driven.
Yeah, Ben is going to get a lobotomy after this one. I tell you. Pull his brain right out through his ears.
Ben's going to need a shower after this.
I'm sorry, Ben. I raised my voice, but you get me crazy. I'm not asking for a debate. And you want to give me a debate. It's crazy. Nobody wants a debate. Nobody knows how to apologize. No one knows how to fall on their sword. Not you, Ben. I'm not talking about you.
You didn't even see what he was doing before the show.
I went to I get greeting cards from time to time because the place I used to get them went out of business. The hospital thrift shop.
Yeah.
I could go in there and get greeting cards and postcards for like 25 cents.
You would go into the hospital without being sick just for the greeting cards?
Or you just take them off the table half the time the people are asleep. You just cross out what's on there and you take them half the time.
That's smart.
Also, the cafeteria at the hospital has an excellent meatloaf.
Oh, the cafeteria over in Torrance is unbelievable.
At the hospital?
Hospital cafeteria, because doctors, the food has got to be good. They're doctors. Doctors are the upper echelon of society. Everybody knows that. They're professionals. See?
Yeah.
Once you get that moniker of professional, it's the same thing with entertainers. They have to write a book. You get to a certain level, you have to have a book. You could not even know how to spell your name, but you're an author. All of a sudden, you have a book. See, it's all tied into the.
Andrew Dice Clay has a book, and he's a well-read guy.
What was the name of his book? How to unload ships at the dock.
I don't know.
How to
be
take
honest.
heavy objects off a heavy object.
He did write
object.
it in Sharpie on paper, and he handed it to the publisher, and that's true.
Hart is now worth $200 million, but the Oscars problem still stings. When did we get to the point where people were supposed to operate perfectly at all times? Okay, this is probably the best statement of this whole essay right here. He says he wants to know, well, because of you, because you're walking it back. It's a comedy show. It's not supposed to be based on anything but drawing somebody to laugh. You can't make somebody sneeze. And you can't make somebody laugh. Everybody that's been to a cocktail party knows that. When somebody tries to tell a joke,
Yeah.
you can't make somebody laugh. So you have to do what you can to make them laugh.
Who'd you just hang up on?
Did you like when we were podcasting in Austin and the doorbell rang and it was the hacker trying to get in and I ignored him?
Yeah. And then his mother called.
He went screaming. He was upset. The poor guy got upset and he went to a neighbor's house and it was a big. Instead of just
Yeah.
what?
He said,
just-
"Where's Uncle Brian? Do they miss you now that you're gone?
I think they do.
They miss your presence?
Yeah, because
Like nothing's laminated around here anymore."
His inbox is, I'm sure, stacked.
At the door, they're waiting for him to come back.
What'd you say?
Your inbox.
What did you call me?
The hacker, though, it could have been a pretty serious situation. What if the FBI was coming to, like, take his computers?
I gotta talk to the crew now after this and let them know that Ben and I are okay. We've known each other many years. They probably don't particularly care for me now, but because of the way I acted. But he has a knack of riling me up. And then as I try to talk him down, and he keeps going. You see it?
I see it. Yeah.
It's uncanny. He just wants me to keep yelling. Crazier and crazier and crazier. Where are you, Ben? I'm at where were you? What fast food place were you?
I got you a breakfast sandwich at Jack in the Box. It's cold now.
We're supposed to start the podcast. I call him. He said, "Where are you?" He says, "I'm at Jack in the Box." Oh my God!
What happened to Ari?
Ari?
The curly-headed kid that was here last time when we were on the show.
Oh, I don't know what happened. He was Darren Carter's friend.
Ah, okay.
Comedy and Magic Club, I think, is closed. I don't know if they're going to reopen.
Oof.
So let's finish up Kevin Hart here. What a controversial little statement. It's a little of Kevin Hart being Kevin Hart, and it's mostly one of those handlers, those publicists who can't always trying to please everybody on the planet.
Do you know Kevin Hart?
I know of him, but I don't know him.
You don't know
He's
him
never
from-
been at the Comedy Store.
He used to do Thursday nights.
At the Comedy Store?
Yeah, Crack 'em Up Thursday.
Way back before he was big, he did. Yeah.
So then he says, then what did you go to jail for? And then it says, Hart asks, here we go. This is going to be the last sentence of this. All life should be over. He wants to know, should all life be over because of a mistake?
Depends what the mistake is.
Exactly. This insanity plea is crazy. I don't care if you were temporarily insane or you ate too many Twinkies. You killed somebody.
Yeah.
And we can't take the chance that you're not going to have another Twinkie and kill somebody. I'm sorry. That insanity plea is just it's insanity. But these
That's your defense.
these stupid lawyers and these judges and these jerkwater colleges that came up with this. Somehow you're innocent because of insanity. You're not innocent. The person is still dead. A family member was lost.
I never understood it because there's a reason behind every action. Insanity is just one reason. Another reason could be he was pissed off. How is that any different? The result is the same.
It's a bad machine.
Yeah.
It's a bad unit, and it needs to be removed from society. This guy who shot Ronald Reagan, I think, has his own YouTube channel.
Does he?
That's what I heard, Jeff.
Has he been on the program?
I don't know. Do you have cable or streaming services
Hinkley? Is
under
that
that
who it is?
rock you're living?
How do you know I live under a rock? You've been by my place.
You know the mafia hitman, Sammy the Bull, right?
Yes.
He has a YouTube channel. He has a popular YouTube channel.
Is he?
Wow.
Uh-oh, train's coming. Is he a TikToker?
No, I don't think he is.
No. Who's calling?
I'm gonna see if this guy's gonna pick up the phone. Let's give my brother Jay a call.
Oh, the snakeskin. Snake Plissken. You look at working at a fundraiser.
Look at your-
Working for Jerry Lewis.
look at that.
Smile when you dial.
Looks like you're at a cowboy boot telemarketing place.
Some dialing music, please. It's ringing. It's ringing. No, it's...
Oh, Jay changed his number.
Jay's phone got shut off.
Too many snakeskin vests.
Talk among yourselves.
Please, yeah, sure. Are you worried people will hear the beeps and know Jay's number? I'm trying to figure it out.
Let him figure it out. You know, if you want to figure out what my brother Jay's phone number is, if that's what your life has come to, you form a shell of yourself. You peak in high school. You dented can. And they call my brother Jay. He'll talk their ear off.
So the joke's on them.
You're on dead air. You're on the podcast. So I just have to let you know that. You want to talk? You don't want to talk? Is everything okay? Can you hear it?
Yeah, I heard something about a lighthouse at the bluff.
Can you hear it in there? All right, I'm going to have to let you go now. All right. I'll have to call you another time. I'm in the middle. Bye-bye.
You went to the lighthouse in Montauk the other day.
So the last line of this Kevin Hart train wreck is, last time I checked, he says, the only way you grow is from effing up.
Last time I checked, he hasn't done a lot of growing. Short fella.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
See, but this line, this
There goes my
last line
career.
is troubling in itself. He's kind of saying he's
saying he
making
fucked
amends
up.
for all that funny comedy that people, I imagine, were laughing their butts off.
No one goes after Eddie Murphy. His specials, I mean, he was dropping some derogatory
They
terminology.
actually did.
They
and then
did?
he
Oh, okay.
apologized.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that. Well,
From Delirious.
We're all people. We can only draw laughter. I mean, when somebody dies and there's a horrific event, the laughter is the best thing to counteract that severe grief sometimes. And we're only people. The only thing we can talk about is people and relationships and circumstances and situations. Like
things change too, so it's hard to look at past performances through the eye of what we know now.
But I think, he said if my kid ever started playing with the dollhouse, I would smash that dollhouse over his head.
Which obviously isn't literal. I
It's
think.
not literal. I don't think Kevin Hart is going to do that. And
But don't most comics regret pretty much every set that they have just from their own mental illness?
I do.
Yeah, I look back on sets and I'm like, oh, boy.
I get home. I don't know how many times I just took that seatbelt off and pounded that accelerator down and just closed my eyes,
While driving?
Just heading for a wall.
just looking for that big oak tree. Just looking for that tree. Trees do not move. I don't know why these the easiest way to take yourself out of the ballpark is just hit an oak tree.
Yeah.
The bark falls off. A little, your car looks like an accordion. And you know what happened to the tree? A piece of bark fell off. The tree goes on to live for another 150,000 years. The tree just shakes it off. Maybe a couple of dead branches fell off.
So why don't we make cars out of oak trees?
They literally can pick your car up and put it in their pocket. And there's a little piece of bark off the tree.
So go for an oak tree. But what if you only hit the passenger side and then you kind of just spin and you don't die? That's why a wall you're pretty much guaranteed to
you
go.
can always get out of your damaged vehicle. Carjack another vehicle
Try again.
and try it again.
Okay.
You like that, Ben, huh?
Yeah.
Persistence.
Or, right. Maybe rent a car, not get the insurance,
Oh.
and then, I don't know, leave them with the loss.
Yeah, give him a big fuck
A
you.
lot of people don't realize that Ben is Irish.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know until Brian's 23andMe report that he got using my DNA
See?
from the glass.
We have the same birthday. We're both Irish.
You guys related? You guys might be
Might be.
brothers.
So that was a good one. I enjoyed that. I hope I hope some of you people can realize the rub there.
Maybe you should have Kevin on to discuss it.
Oh no, he's in the stratosphere.
No, he'd come on.
Scientists at the University of California, San Diego, have confirmed that lobsters are sedated by marijuana. In a study that was inspired by a Maine restaurant who got the creatures stoned before boiling them alive. Charlotte Grill of Charlotte's legendary lobster pound said it made a dramatic difference.
The lobster pound?
I don't know what's happening here. I started off okay, and then the whole thing went south. When she put the lobsters in a sealed chamber and then pumped in weed smoke, not only were the lobsters much more relaxed when they were put in the pot, she said, their meat was sweeter and lighter because it doesn't have the same stress hormone.
Oh.
The scientists found that stone lobsters acted extremely relaxed. It's the same thing with the bunny.
As they died.
As the bunny rabbit. You just pet that bunny rabbit real. Get the bunny rabbit to be real docile. And then you can just snap the neck real quick.
Yeah. That's what they do in a lot of countries that eat dogs. They go to the dog park, throw the ball around, throw the stick around with them.
Get the dog familiar and thinking he's in a friendly atmosphere.
They're really panting.
They
and
do
just
THC
happy.
balls.
And some squeeze toys. They like the squeeze ones. The ones that make a little squeak. Whenever they grab it. You know. And
sometimes they put bombs in those squeeze toys, so they'll run after it all happy. They'll bite it, blow the head off, but the meat is still good.
because the dog never knew it was about to explode.
And they say it tastes much better because the dog was really happy.
Yeah, oh, you eat dog? Well, you eat chickens, you eat pigs, you eat cow, you eat deer meat, you eat animals. Now, if you're hungry enough, a dog is going to sustain you.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't eat dogs. You know what? If you're hungry,
I'd eat a dog.
it's meat. Your body's protein. You know, some people just talk.
Same with horses. They're anti-eating horses. Why? That's good meat.
You think this is some kind of joke, Ben?
Yes, that's why I'm here.
Oh, thanks for letting us know why you're here. We didn't know why you were here.
Yeah.
A Chicago bus driver just began jumping into Lake Michigan a year ago to release the stresses of his pandemic and politics
His meat's going to be real sweet if he keeps that low stress lifestyle.
If you just put maybe like a rock where he usually dives off, he doesn't know about, he hits his head, delicious.
Unbelievable.
His meat will be tender.
What is this, cotton
stress-free.
candy? No, this is Bob, the bus driver from Michigan.
He's just completed his 365th straight day of taking these leaps.
Good for
Dan
him.
O'Connor said, immersing himself in the lake's cold waters helped him clear his mind of worries over COVID, street protests, and the presidential election. It was somewhere where I could block all that noise out and find some moments of zen, he said.
That was a pretty slow news day, huh?
That'd be pretty cold, I would guess, in Michigan, right?
But the botulism and Hep C now raging through his body.
With that Lake Michigan water.
A crew of fishermen from Yemen struck it rich when they reeled in a 280-pound chunk of whale vomit worth $1.5 million. Fishing in the Gulf of Aden, the 35-person crew captured a sperm whale's carcass whose stench suggested the presence of, this I don't know, ambergris, a waxy substance produced in the whale's intestines. They found a massive block of the substance prized by perfumers because it makes fragrances last longer. They split the money equally, buying new homes, cars, and boats. It was an unimaginable price, said one.
Money went a long way.
We are all poor. We never expected this thing would give us such a huge amount.
Wow.
I wonder how they realized what they had.
Are you excited about that last reading?
Yeah. That's
I'm going to Yemen to fish.
Feel good story. Also, they use for your perfumes that you're spraying on yourself, you're using whale intestines, but you won't eat a dog.
Yeah. Free the whales.
Yeah. Hi, honey, I'm home. It has been a hard day.
Can I ask you a question, Mr. Holtzman?
Yeah.
I have an item of interest. Is it true that you were friendly with Jamie Kennedy, the comic, right?
Yes.
Is it true you saw him?
So is Ben.
Yeah,
You guys
yeah.
are, oh, you're friends with him as well. Is it true you saw him after a long period of not seeing him in the Comedy Store? And he said, "Can you believe it's been 18 years or whatever?" And you said, "Well, at least someone's counting," and you just walked away.
Yeah.
Why'd you do that?
Yeah. I think I said, I don't know. I wasn't counting. Something like that.
And then you just
yeah.
walked away of a
Yeah.
friend you hadn't seen in a long time.
Yeah.
You just didn't want to see him?
I have little to discuss with that gentleman.
Okay.
Is this
I was
stem
cool
from
with them.
when he didn't he X you on the Jamie Kennedy experiment?
No, it has nothing to do with that.
Okay.
I just, I sometimes in life you just don't care for somebody's style.
Okay.
Okay. How about you, Ben? Still pretty tight?
No, I haven't seen him or talked to him in years, but when I did run into him, he was cordial, and I think he passed a script along that I had. And
Oh,
so
wow.
but I haven't seen him in
Long time.
long time.
If you did, would your reaction be like that? Or
No.
What was the script? Was it Malibu's Most Wanted?
No, I think it was a. Gosh, now I'm really surprised because I think it was a Larry Sanders spec,
Oh.
and he was trying
Well, this
to.
is back in the day.
Yeah, this is way back.
mid-90s.
Yeah.
Nearly 4 million Americans quit their jobs in April, the highest number on record. Among the factors cited by economists are a glut of job openings, which enables switching. Workers declined to return to reopened workplaces, and pandemic savings giving workers a financial cushion that allowed them to leave jobs they didn't like or care for.
A lot of help wanted signs. Fast food, particularly restaurants. I see them all the time.
Yeah, this is what we were talking about. Many popular cosmetics sold in the United States and Canada are rife with toxic forever chemicals that have been linked to cancer and other diseases. A new study has found over a period of 3 years, researchers tested 231 makeup products.
Ooh.
And
Hope it's not
in
the makeup
North-
I wear. Do
in
they have
North
a list?
America for fluorine, an indicator of pre and polyfluoroalkyl substances.
You know, they found it in sunscreen, too.
That article just got a little. That article just kicked my ass. I'm not afraid to say that.
Do you wear sunscreen?
Oh no, never did, never would.
I never do either. It's bad
Okay.
for you. Anyone else wearing sunscreen?
Here's a real valuable,
poison.
item of interest. Amazon. How to get more from Amazon Prime. Most everyone who has Amazon Prime knows that the $119 a year service buys free shipping and Amazon streaming service. But there's more, beginning with Amazon Household, which lets a member share all perks with one other adult and up to 4 teenagers and 4 children.
Are you reading an ad?
No, this is a tip of the week.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I don't do ads. I don't do it.
I didn't know. It sounded like an Amazon
No.
Prime ad.
It may. You know, I'm not saying that that's not true, but it's
Yeah.
not an advertisement. This is a tip. This is These are tips for people. Did you think it was an ad, Ben?
It does read like one. I knew I was going to get in trouble for saying that, but
And that's why you said it. No,
I felt
got
like I
your
had
number.
to say it for Ben so he didn't get in trouble because he was
Thank
looking
you.
at me. and
Right.
He sent me a message across the table.
Amazon First Reads. This service grants Prime members access to 2 free Kindle books each month, which can be read on any device through the Kindle app. Another service, Prime Reading, provides Prime members free access to a rotating selection of more than 1,000 ebooks, audiobooks, and magazines and comics. Were you guys into comics growing up?
I was not.
No.
I read some X-Men, but that was about it.
Were you?
You can watch cartoons. Why would you want to read a cartoon?
Yeah.
Can I read that cartoon again? Prime Music streaming. With this feature, members have their free access to 2 million songs. Who has... That's great, but, 2 million? I think that's more than
It's a lot.
I was going to ask you a question, Ben, and I
What?
just said forget it.
I didn't even know there were 2 million songs.
Members can subscribe to Amazon Music Unlimited with its Spotify-like catalog of 70 million songs at $8 a month rather than the standard $10. These guys are great. They just know how to extract money from your wallet. They're just great at it. Great at
It's
it.
never enough. They always have to expand.
You know what?
We're almost done with the items of interest here.
With 70 million songs, I bet they still didn't have that song that was playing in our headphones earlier.
Oh my God, was that amazing?
What was-
amazing?
I don't know what it was.
How crystal clear is the sound on this?
I feel like
It's just crystal clear.
I feel like you're whispering in my ear right now.
Factory workers earned $23.41 per hour, an average of who cares? The number of Costco memberships reached 105.5 million in 2020. That place is always jammed. I'm not a member, but I have.
I'm an executive member.
Oh, you are? What is that?
Yeah.
What is that a year?
It's 120, but you get money back on your purchases. So guess what? I actually turn a profit.
Really?
Tip
Tell
of
us
the
how you
week.
do that. That's an item of
Well, you
interest,
just
right?
buy everything that you ever purchase from Costco. That's it.
Are you going to visit your family while you're here in the beach community?
Unfortunately, they are not here right now.
Oh man!
I know. It's a wasted trip. I just came down here for this.
I heard you. I heard that. I'm just gonna.
Ben and I are going to go to Jack in the Box after this.
Again?
Extending the number.
He
of
left his
US
order
households.
there.
So tell me how you do it. How do you get your $120 back again?
You do the $120 executive membership, and then you get a certain percentage of your purchases, and it goes back into account that pays for that 120. And if you spend over that, they give it to you in cash.
He actually works at Costco.
Thank you.
He's selling you on the executive plan right now. So
All right, we
this
got
may
10
not
minutes.
be true.
We
10
got-
minutes, everybody.
We got 10 minutes, so we got to wrap this
We got to
up.
sprint to the finish line.
Ben, do you want to close with anything?
No, nothing.
You're all right. Thanks
Yeah.
for being here, Ben. I really
But-
appreciate it.
okay, thank
and
you.
I hope you don't hold anything against me.
No,
You know,
no.
It's not it's a passion, Ben, and you know really how to get people passionate about something.
That low monotone delivery
It was good to
sets
meet
everybody
Ben.
up.
Jeff, do you want to give us any information about beach cops? Or,
Check out Beach Cops. We have a new website.
Yeah.
All right.
Beachcopspodcast.com.
Whoa! It's Jeff's turn.
Oh,
Well,
sorry.
Ryan's
sorry.
he is involved, but that
no,
is
he can repeat it. He can repeat
Okay,
it.
if
But
you-
it's your you got the floor.
If you didn't hear Ryan, it's
Don't
Beach
let me
Cops.
take your mic off, right?
It's
Go ahead, put it over here.
beachcopspodcast.com. Check it out. Check out the Patreon. Check out Danish and O'Neill, the podcast as well.
Man, I'm so glad you came back.
I'm glad to be here.
I think we had a better rapport this time.
Me and you or everybody?
You and I,
Okay.
precisely. Anything else that you want to?
I do not. Thank you for having me.
God, it was great. It's
been a
just
pleasure.
Great seeing you.
It's great seeing you as well. I'm going to miss you when you go back to Austin. I might come. Might stay with you in the Indian
No,
family.
unlike your buddy over here, I believe you. Ryan
Yeah.
O'Neill, tell us what you want to plug or anything you want to say or anything.
First, I want to thank you for having me on the show, and I just also want to thank you for introducing me to Ben, because I think Ben and I are probably going to be pretty tight after this.
I think so. The shared birthday.
Yep. October 12th, right?
21st.
Yep.
But
Just, I'm dyslexic.
So was Ben.
Are you?
yeah.
Oh, shit.
Are you really?
No.
Oh,
Come on,
good
Ben.
yes-anding, Ben.
And I want to, check out Beach Cops. You can also get a free sample on iTunes. Go to Beach Cops Podcast. If you like it, we've got over 100 episodes on Patreon. Head over there.
Maybe
You're
Brian
already on
Holtzman
there.
will be on Beach Cops.
You're already on Brian Holtzman's Patreon, so just come on over.
yeah, you
the
can.
beach cops.
You got a big Danish and O'Neill boost on your Patreon, I heard. You entered a new tax bracket.
It was measurable. If you want a Dead Air T-shirt, you can get it at Holtzman.store. Holtzman.
Holtzman.store.
Holtzman.store, and you can get a T-shirt,
I saw a giant man in Austin wearing that.
and they're nice T-shirts. And I also wanted to.
Can you hold that up again? I didn't really get a chance. I might get one for Ben for his birthday. You gotta ask me nice.
Who drew that?
Also,
He drew that?
somebody on social media. I wanted to show you where I live in Austin, Texas, if I can. This is a map of Austin area. Oh, where is it? This is some maps are more manageable than other maps. This map is a real bear.
It's large.
But where is it? Here it is, right here. Can you see it?
Oh, wow.
I live right here in Oak Hill, the Oak Hill section of Austin. And downtown Austin is the river right here. So it's about a 20-minute ride. But,
Looks like you're by a lot of parks.
Yeah.
Do you know is where Adam Egget lives in Austin highlighted?
Come on, Ben. Can you help him with the map? He's
Thanks, Ben.
struggling here.
I want to thank the.
Like I'm doing it all.
I want to thank my director Mink and my producers Tony and Scott for the. I want to thank Charlie from the Flying Carpet Studios for having us. I hope everybody enjoyed episode number 3, Dead Air LA. I want to thank everybody for being here. Ben, yourself, Jeff, and Ryan.
Yeah.
And I'm just, I'm blessed to have such close friends and associates who want to participate in this format or this platform. Jeff, are you listening?
I am.
Okay.
I learned a lot.
And with that, I think we'll continue with the items of interest when the music plays.
Ben's struggling with
Ashley.
this. I can't even hear you because Ben's
Give me that. Give me that, Dan.
the map is making so much noise.
The music is Bad Ashley, and if you want to find or follow Bad Ashley on Instagram, it's just Bad Ashley Band, and they're the band out of Queens that are just some tight kind of. It's a fusion of. I have a hard time explaining it. It's a fusion of punk and rock and you know, it's just music to get hectic too. You know, hectic. Probably the way you feel when they have collections at your church. They pass the basket around.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's a hectic situation when they do that.
You get all amped up when you see all that money flowing out the edges.
I was going to say mostly now a lot of people give online. So
So they say they do.
yeah, well they do publish annual reports. of
American
what everyone
viewers spent more time on streaming platforms than watching broadcast networks in May. A new Nelson study found streaming accounted for 26% of viewerships versus 25% for over-the-air networks.
Wow.
That business model is going away.
Is that the Craig T. Nelson ratings?
Yeah, it's Coach. Coach ratings.
And I think we have some time. This is the poetry or the wisdom and wit section. This is a very
we've made it.
popular-
We've never made it this far. I feel like
Really?
I'm on a quest, and I made
Yeah.
it further than last time.
I think last time we only got about 2 stories in, and
This is
the rest was just you kind of saying that we were coming at you.
Is that facial hair new?
No. I mean, it's grown out a little bit.
It's very attractive.
Oh, thanks.
It's coming from a man with a John Waters-esque mustache.
I'm
Yeah.
trying. It's
Beautiful.
Mustaches take a long time to communicate.
Propunicate.
Yes.
You know what?
That is the term. Propunication.
I noticed when you came on our show that your mustache was uneven.
It still is.
Yeah, it throws me off.
We all have facial hair in here.
I'm a little OCD, so it's very hard for me to deal with it.
Just gonna laugh over the insults.
You know who was very OCD about their beard? Brody Stevens.
Yeah.
Oh,
He would line it up.
Brody.
His eyebrows too.
Yeah.
Do you notice?
Yes.
Yes. He was You and him were the late night main room guys.
That's right.
Both of you.
Yeah.
And then you killed them and you took both nights.
I didn't have anything to do with Brody Stevens' demise. Okay, there's been a lot of talk about that.
Do you have an alibi?
I did so.
He was fishing in Yemen with Brother Jay.
What exists so that it can be lost and become precious.
Is this another sticker or is this the poem?
this is the wit and wisdom portion.
You should put that on a sticker. One of these high quality.
By the
ones,
time a man realizes that maybe his father was right, he usually has a son who thinks he's wrong. That's a good one.
That's deep.
By the time a man realizes that maybe his father was right, he usually has a son who thinks he's wrong. We are rarely proud of when we are alone. We are rarely proud when we are alone. I don't know. Can anybody help me with that?
Pride is one of the 7 deadly sins.
And one of the dwarfs.
Yeah.
To safeguard one's health at the cost of too strict a diet is a tiresome illness indeed.
That's a poem?
I think it's just a wit.
Yeah.
Who wrote that?
Thank you.
C. Everett Koop?
This guy.
It's a box of cereal.
Yeah.
I was
we
an
could,
English major.
Something John Candy maybe would have written.
Yeah.
You
Who
guys
needs
come in the
this?
same car?
No.
Tandem bicycle.
So in real life you hate each other? Is it
Yeah.
one of those things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we also live separate places.
Not being known doesn't stop the truth from being true.
Now that's a poem.
Not being known doesn't stop the truth from being true. You know,